Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to John Davis Gym at Dothan High School, where the Dothan Tigers will be taking on the Carver Wolverines. Hi, I'm Mick Kirkland along with Brandon Watson.
That'd be me. Yeah, Mitt, should be a good lineup tonight. We got Dothan ranked at number 8. Carver coming in here at number 2. So pretty heavy hitting power teams going to be battling each other tonight.
Yeah, I expect a good match tonight. Dothan played Carver earlier this year. They played them their second game of the year. So, you know, they were a little inexperienced at the time and hadn't really come together and gelled together. So Carver won that game very decisively, but I think tonight will be a different story.
Yeah, well, I'm really hoping so. You know, last victory Dothan had, last game was over Barber County. Pretty convincing score. You had 3 or 4 players scoring in double figures, which is what you're going to have against a Carver team like this. Bracken's putting in 11 points. I'm afraid Bracken's going to need to put in a lot more to really put some dents, you know, against Carver in this game.
Yeah, I think you'll see that. I think Bracken will come out and kind of take charge of this game. I think what Dothan's got to do tonight to win this game, they've got to come out and take charge early in this game. They got to come out like they played against Abbeville in the Holiday Classic. They got to come out, jump on Carver before Carver knows what's hit them.
Definitely going to need that. Well, Mitt, we've got a special guest with us here. We got Willie Jackson. We got one of the Dothan High football players right here. Now, Willie, you're good friends, obviously, with all the guys down there on the team. What's the kind of buzz going around the school today? You talk to them, are they nervous about the game? Are they pretty jacked up about it?
They're ready to play. It's like all of them with intense. They're ready. They're talking about it all day about what they're going to do to them. I'm going to see if they do it.
Got to be a big matchup against this kind of a team. Is there any kind of concern that, you know, maybe this one's not going to be as close as the other games where they're blowing them out by, 20 points?
Well, they said they was going to come out and play like they played against Abbeville in the tournament. And so we're going to see how they play, if they really do it.
Yeah, that should be a great game.
Okay, let's listen to the starting lineup for Dothan.
Mathis. Number 14 is Donald Jackson. Number 22 is Jarvis Norton. Number 30 is Simon Davis. Number 41, he is Thomas Sherrill. Number 52 is Will Beecher. 54 is Dre Smith. And now for your starting 5 for the Dothan High Carver. Number 10 is Chris Springfield. And number 15 is David Blocko. Number 21 is Adrian Bowman. Number 33, he is Dennis Derby. And number 44, the pounder, the LB, Larry Bracken.
Okay, there you have it, the starting lineup for the Dothan Tigers and for the Carver Wolverines. Brandon, Dothan is coming in here with a 18-5 record. Carver's has a 21-5 record. So both teams have identical losses on their records. Carver's played a few more games, so we'll see if Dothan kind of even the score up tonight.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one. Got 2 teams that are really good at rotation of the ball, that are smart team players tonight out there, playing kind of some fast, loose, street ball type ball. Very educated players. They know what they're doing out there. This should be a really, really good matchup.
Yeah, and I can expect to see Dothan come out. And I tell you what, David Blocker is a game move setter. If David Blocker's into this game early, you can see Dothan now come out here and dominate this game.
Yeah, what I'd like to see from Dothan kind of starting off is either 2 people taking charge. I want to see either Springfield out in the perimeter, kind of taking charge with some shots, or I'd like to see it starting to get pounded earlier down in the paint with Larry Brackens.
Okay, Carver's got possession of the ball. Dothan's double teaming into the middle, and it's blocked by Brackens. That's a good way to start things off, is a good block by Brackens. And, wow, a nice play by Adrian Farmer, and the ball is out on the Dothan Tigers.
Nice play there on the fast break. I was looking for some help there to maybe help him out. We had some of the other players maybe staying downfield in case they had a fast break from Carver of their own. But on the defensive end, exactly what you want to see from Larry Brackens, the big hand in the face.
Okay, Carver's moving the ball around the perimeter, looking to move inside and see if they can get a shot off this time. Last time down, Brackens blocked. That's a three-pointer by number 33 for Carver. That's Latrell Jackson.
That was nothing but net right there.
So Carver's first basket is a three-pointer. Springfield's with the ball over to Brackens. He stops, he shoots for a three, he misses. Carver with the rebound, number 33 for Carver with the rebound. That's Latrell Jackson with the rebound. He made the last basket for him and came down with that rebound.
Yeah, I got no problems with Brackens taking the threes out there, but with his size, I'd really like to see him punishing some people down in the paint.
Ball out of bounds on Carver, and Dothan will be inbounding the ball. So we'll see if they can score this time down. They almost made a basket last time, but was not able to connect.
I'm looking for Springfield to rotate over there. Maybe he can get the ball inside.
Blocker with the ball into Brackens. Brackens goes in, and he misses. Number 54 down with the rebound. That's Alonzo Huffman. Another three-point attempt, and they miss. A struggle for the ball, and Carver comes up with it. As a man wide open, he takes a shot. He misses. Carver's banging the offensive rebounds. Dothan's got to block out to keep him off the board.
Dodged another bullet with that missed three there, but there's no man that's rotating to the outside perimeter. Nice hands by Springfield there.
Good defense there. Dothan had the hands up and managed to force a turnover, and that's what they've got to do. Springfield for three, and he makes it.
Like I said, that's what I expected to see. Either Chris Springfield starting to light it up from the perimeter, or either Larry Brackens pounding it from the inside.
And Dothan's last game, Springfield had 27 points, and they were all three-pointers. So he can light it up, and he can hit some points. That time, that was a shot. Brackens didn't put his hand up in his face. He just left him wide open, and he had the easy basket.
Yeah, well, you're going to need some help right there. When you got another man, and you're dedicated to playing the low post, you've got to have some help from the other teammates to rotate out to an open man like that.
Yes, and you definitely got to get your hands in their faces, so don't give them a clear shot to the basket.
Never an easy shot.
5:22 in the first quarter. Carver has a 5-3 lead over the Dothan Tigers. Dennis Drury with the ball, passes over the blocker. He's trapped in the corner. He gets out of it. Passes over to Adrian Farmer. Back to blocker. They're moving the ball around, trying to look to find something. Drury with the ball. He drives down the middle, over to Springfield. He does a little shaking and baking, a little wheeling and dealing. Passes the ball, and Carver blocks. It's going to be a little tough getting the ball in the brackets tonight.
Yeah, you can see what they're doing is Carver is keeping a man right there on brackets, and every time it looks like he's making it inbound, they're collapsing with a double and sometimes triple coverage down there. That's just a great defensive read there by Carver.
Dothan inbounds the ball. Carver's doing a lot of trapping. That's blocker wide open for the three. He misses, but Dothan gets the rebound. Brackens with the rebound. Springfield takes the three, and it's good.
I like it.
Springfield's picking up where he left off last night. That's 2 3-pointers for Springfield, so it gives Dothan a 6-5 lead with 4:29 here in the first quarter.
And what created that was nice passing and just nice team play by Dothan.
Another basket by Carver. Dothan's got to tighten up their defense. They can't give them those open shots. Brackens got to get his hands up in their face, and he's not doing that right now.
It may be a little early in the game to where they're still
Brackens
kind of feeling
in,
him out.
and he was fouled. 4-5 here in the first quarter. It's a 7-6 lead, Carver over Dothan. And Brackens at the line. He needs to make these. First shot is good, so he ties the score 7-7. If he makes this one, it'll give the Tigers the lead over the Wolverines. And the Tigers take the lead. 8-7, 4-4 in the first quarter. Dothan's got to tighten up the defense, Brandon.
Yeah, well, the big man's got a nice foul shot right there. So they're going to keep fouling him on the inside. That's what I like to see. Let him get to the line there, put those points in that way. Maybe even convert it for a three-point play.
Springfield passes around to Dury. Over to Block in the corner, in the Brackens, up and good. That's what they got to do.
And that's what I like seeing. Let Larry Brackens get established there in the paint.
Yeah, they definitely got to get Brackens into the offense of this game. And that time they did a nice job of getting him the ball. Brackens got to, there you go, good block by Brackens. Now he's starting to get into this game. And a great hustle by Brackens. And he's fouled on the play.
Yeah, you can hear that one from up here.
Yeah, now that's what Brackens got to do. He made the basket on the offensive end, came down, blocked the shot on the defensive end, then hustled down the court and was able to get fouled on his basket attempt.
You know, and sometimes it takes it, for these kids to kind of get heated up about a period. Let them feel the other team out. Let them get that opening jitters out of the way and just start, playing the ball that you know how to play.
Okay, Bracken takes a free throw attempt, and so he makes it. So he's made 3 straight free throw attempts.
His shot looks good on the free throws, and that's going to be a problem for Carver if they're going to, continue to try to stop him down there.
And he misses the second shot. So Dothan has an 11-7 lead with 3:15 left in the first quarter. Carver's passing the ball around. It goes over to number 20 for Carver. That's Muse. Number 33 takes the shot. Dothan with the rebound. That's Dennis Drury with the powerful, strong rebound. Springfield takes it to the hoop, over to Farmer, and up and good.
Beautiful play, beautiful play. Nicely set up by Chris Springfield there.
And Adrian Farmer took it to the basket, and he made the shot. So Dothan's getting a little more aggressive here late in the first quarter.
Well, it's settled. The game is settled into that Dothan rhythm that they're accustomed to.
They're double teaming. Can't give him that open shot, but he misses. And Adrian Farmer with the rebound.
Yeah, dodging a bullet with the missed 3, but you've got to be aware of the outside man on the perimeter.
Yeah, you can't leave him open for open shots because if you do, they'll hit him. Okay, that's a steal by number 33 for Carver. That's Jackson with the nice steal, but he misses. And the foul up by number 30 for Carver. That's Roderick Morrison with the follow-up there for the basket. So it scores 13-9 Dothan.
Yeah, I was a little surprised Dennis Dury didn't contest that layup there a little bit harder there.
Adrian Farmer with the ball. He's looking. Farmer is definitely a playmaker, and he's a great defensive player. He moves around the pick and up, and a nice jump shot.
Good way of utilizing the two-man pick right there and seeing it that your players are setting that up for you.
Carver's got the ball. They're looking down the middle and right through the middle, but he misses a shot.
You got to convert those.
Dennis Blocker with the rebound. David Blocker with the rebound. Springfield takes a 3, but Bracken gets the rebound out of bounds on Dothan.
Yeah, Coach Jackson of Carver cannot be happy about that. When you are wide open with a break down the lane like that, you have to convert those shots.
But Dothan did a good job of challenging them on that shot, so he didn't have a clear path to the lane. Okay, Carver with the ball. That's number 20, Darius Muse with the ball. Passes over to number 54. That's Huffman. And he takes a shot, and he makes it. That was a three-pointer.
It's a nice shot.
Nice shot by the big man. Blocker with the ball over to Brackens. Brackens looking.
Kind of set up. Now, if you'll look there, we got that two-man pick kind of set up to where Brackens can kind of take that to the left and have a shot if he wants it.
Bracken passes the ball. He loses the handle, but I bet he blocks this one. And they miss. No, man. Oh, boy, that was bad call there. I've got to say something about that. That was not a goaltend, Brandon. That was a bad call.
It seems like a bad call, but what you do now is you get fired up from that call. You don't let that slow you down. Now you get even more hot from something like that.
Okay,
Dothan's
holding on to a narrow lead, 15-13, with under 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Adrian Farmer with the ball, and he loses the handle. Carver gets it. Dothan turns the ball over. You got to watch the turnovers. They'll definitely get you behind. Okay, over to number 20 for Carver. He drives down the middle of the lane. Up and no good. Adrian Farmer with the rebound.
And again, you know, they got these wide open little running finger roll layups, and they're not dropping in. And that's going to add up.
Boy, it took 3 times. That was good hustle on Bracken's part. He missed the first shot. He got his rebound, missed the second one, then he went up for the third shot, and on the third attempt, he was fouled.
That's what I like seeing from LB, the big man down low.
Hey, he was taking it to him. 7.4 seconds left first quarter, 13-15. Dothan with a slight lead. Bracken takes another foul shot, and it's good. So Bracken's hit all of his foul shots except for one so far, and hopefully he'll make this one. And it's good.
Yeah, he's got the range tonight there from the line, which is good, because I want to see him getting there a lot. I want to see him banging the boards on the inside.
And Carver takes a shot at the buzzer, and it's no good. So after 1 quarter play, it's Dothan 17 and Carver 13. What's your assessment of the first quarter, Brandon?
Well, you know, it kind of started off a little, I think, jittery for both teams, kind of, you know, feel each other out, see what the rhythm's going to be for both teams. Dothan High maybe letting Carver have some open threes there, but Carver not connecting on all of them. The thing that worries me is Carver kind of getting those easy, uncontested little finger roll layups down in the paint. Luckily for Dothan, they're not dropping in. I'd like to see a little bit more pressure or a little bit more collapse of the defense down there when that happens, but I like what Dothan's doing. They're playing good ball, good heads-up ball, just good rotation, good court awareness.
Yeah, I think Dothan played a good first quarter. They could have played a little bit better, but like you said, they were a little jittery because they played this team before and lost. But I think they've come out. No one individual person has kind of taken control of the game, but so far they're playing well as a team.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's going to be like that when you've got a number 2 and a number 8 ranked. We got 2 power teams matching up here. As you can hear, this crowd is at a fever pitch. I mean, they're hyped about it, too.
I tell you what, Dothan's got a good cheering section over there. These guys into this game, and they have supported this team this year. Drew with the ball, he shoots, he misses, but great follow-up by Adrian Farmer. I tell you, Farmer's a great defensive player. I look for him to make a steal. He's a big-time player, big-time player.
Definitely a key player for Dothan, no question about it.
He's playing against a much taller player, but I think he's going to give him a hard time. That was another three-pointer. You got to get your hands up in their face, and Dothan's not doing that. 15-19, 7:22 in the second quarter.
Well, it may take a few more of those shots getting burned with for them to kind of really get that point impressed on them.
David Blocker with the ball. Carver's playing tight. And almost a steal. And it's out of bounds. And Dothan's ball. That was a good hustle on the part of number 30 for Carver. That's Roderick.
Yeah, Dothan out there playing good, you know, ball rotation, trying to get some shots set up, but they've got to realize that Carver's out there not playing your regular defense. They are playing very aggressive defense.
They really
nice shake
are.
and bake moves by Springfield there.
Carver's playing very aggressive on defense, and Dothan's not going to get any easy passes and baskets, but that was a foul on the play. Good move.
Yeah, and you got to adjust to that. You got to see when the team is playing that aggressive on the defense. You got to adjust to it. You got to play accordingly.
That was a nice move to the inside by Adrian Farmer, and he was fouled on the play. So that was a good effort by Farmer, and I think he's going to get into his rhythm, and you're going to see him make some big defensive play. I just have that feeling. First shot is good. So far, Dothan's shooting very good free throws from the foul line.
Yeah, we both know how important and critical free throws are. After watching the Houston Academy Dale County game, free throws could have spelled the difference for either team by at least double-digit points. So very, very important, and it's good to see Dothan High so relaxed on the free throws and shooting very, very well.
Okay, we had a foul on that play, so Dothan will get the ball out of bounds. 21-15, 6:44 left here in the second quarter. This is a tough game tonight. You got the number 2 and number 8 ranked teams in the state of Alabama, 6A, playing against each other. So, you know, it's a war out there. I tell you, Carver's playing tough defense. Springfield from the corner, and I think he was fouled on that play. He was. So Dothan's going to the foul line quite a bit here.
They are going to the foul line. I want Dothan to kind of realize what's happening now. They're playing some really aggressive defense, but every time the ball gets near the paint area, it's always a double and triple team, which is leaving a man open. So we've got some wide open looks and shots for either 3 or just little 15 to 18-foot perimeter jump shots if they want it.
That time they forced a turnover on Brockins. They double teamed him. He wasn't able to pass the ball out to anyone, so they called traveling on him. So Carver will be inbounding the ball. Dothan's on defense. Dothan's got to get their hands up on defense. Carver passing it around the perimeter.
Yeah, you'll notice Dothan is not playing them really deep out there in the court. They're playing them kind of shallow, letting them kind of bring the ball in.
That's a nice rebound by number 33, Dennis Drury.
Yeah,
Carver wasn't able to connect that time. And like you said, Brandon, they got to watch those passes because Carver's playing aggressive defense.
They're playing a lot more aggressive defense. They got to be aware of that with the ball rotation. You've got to adjust to that.
And you can't win a game with a lot of turnovers. You got to control the ball, and you can't make points off turnovers if you're offense.
Especially if they're going to be fast break, little easy lay-ins like that for Carver.
And that was a good defensive effort by Carver, but they wind up stepping on the line and out of bounds, so Dothan gets the ball back. Dothan's got to be careful with their passes.
They got to be a lot more careful. And I don't like seeing that Carver's able to get a rebound from a fast break when we got 2 Dothan players down there. But again, you got to adjust to that. You got to realize how Carver's playing and make the adjustments.
Nice move by Adrian Former. He passes over to David Blocker. Blocker passes to Dennis Drury. They're trying to get it into Brockins, but they're double teaming Brockins, so he's having a hard time. Good foul. That was a blocking foul called on number 10 for Carver. That's Sam Harris with the foul.
Yeah, they're taking Mario Lane, number 50, out of Carver out, and he was doing a pretty good job there covering LB. Had hands all around him where they really couldn't get an inbound pass.
Just from the look of things, it looks like Carver has a height advantage over the Tigers, but the Tigers are trying to hang with them.
But it doesn't look like they're really trying to exploit that height advantage by doing everything down in the paint. They're settling for some perimeter shots. Now they're starting to fall. Again, no man rotating out there to the perimeter to kind of contest those. And you let a team start heating up on threes, it's going to spell disaster.
Well, what Dothan needs to do is get the hands up. They're playing defense with the hand down the side, and you can't play defense. Nice move by Brockins for the basket.
Let's go back to what works. I like it. The big man down low.
Great play on the other end by Brockins. That's what I'm talking about.
Right there to the inside.
3-point attempt by Springfield, and it's in. That was a great series by Dothan.
Unbelievable.
That's the kind of effort Dothan got to put forward in order to win this game. They've got to play like that. Tighten up that defense. Great steal by Springfield. He stops and puts it up for a short jumper, and it's good.
It's like I told you earlier in the game, man, what I expected to see was either Springfield getting it done on the perimeter and LB down in the paint. And with that combination back and forth, that's going to spell disaster. I can't spell disaster, but
that's a big word, disaster.
It's a little large. I was going to say doom. That's a little easier for me to spell, but game's still early, and Carver's still playing really good defense. So still kind of up.
What we saw that time, Brockins made an outstanding defensive play, and it went down and scored. Then Dothan stole the ball, and Springfield stole the ball, took it down the middle, and took a short jump and made the basket.
Yeah, I'm looking at Coach Jackson down there for Carver, and that's exactly what he's kind of miming out for the team there, for those rebounds. Being a little more heads up of where the ball is, a little more court awareness there.
Yeah, Dothan's taken a 28-19 lead, 3:49 left here in the second quarter. And Dothan seems to have turned things up a notch here the last couple of minutes of this game.
Need to keep it going. Need to keep that intensity level at 110%.
And Dothan's got to, just being an outside observer, it's easy to see things. But Dothan's got to get their hands up on defense. They've got to get their hands up to make it difficult for Carver to pass the ball and shoot.
I can't argue with you there.
That's another 3-point by Carver. That's number 20 for Carver. That was Muse with the basket.
Yeah, well, like I'm telling you, man, Dothan's really playing them not very deep. They're playing them really shallow. Now, you look at Carver, they've got men way out past the three-point line. They're playing very deep, aggressive defense.
Great effort, but that was a great pass by Brackens over to Adrian Farmer. He couldn't connect, but he was fouled on the play.
Yeah, taking it hard to the basket, that's what you want to see.
Okay, Adrian Farmer at the line. Dothan leading 28-22, 3:13 left in the second quarter.
And I'm going to go ahead and give a little props to Carver. That's a little harder foul right there, stopping that easy basket. That's what Dothan's got to do in the other end. They can't let them do the same thing. Do the same thing. They can work for the line if they're going to shoot. They can make the points.
Carver's playing very aggressive defense, and they're making every pass and every shot that Dothan take difficult. Farmer misses both, but Brackens comes down with the rebound. Dothan's been double teamed on every play. Over to Adrian Farmer, and he shoots and misses, but that was a good pass and shot. So
great effort, just a wonderful effort.
Dothan still holding on to a 6-point lead, 3:04 here in the second quarter. Adrian Farmer will be at the line.
Well, really, those are all your friends down there and your classmates. How are they looking to you?
Well, they're looking pretty good right now. They're not playing like they're capable of playing, but they can get better. They're going there and talk at halftime. You know Jimmy Golden going to give them right.
That's what Mitt and I were talking about. It looks like their offense is kind of picking up, but their defense seems a little bit lacking. They're kind of playing shallow, not getting the hands on.
Well, it's been a while. They played their last game. You know, Chris hit all the threes. They depended on people, but you know, you got to depend on the whole team to win the whole ball game.
Absolutely. It's got to be a team effort to win. You can have an LB or Chris Beanfield hitting the shots on the outside, but if it's not a total team getting it done on both ends of the court, it's going to be a long game.
3 seconds, looks like 3. I'm doing a little officiating too. And they throw it away. Good defense by Dothan. That'll be a backcourt
anyway.
All right, that was a good defensive series for Dothan. They put pressure on them. They weren't able to get the ball in and wind up throwing it away.
Really, I think they heard you about the defense and getting it up there, about the team play.
When they don't start picking it up, you see Coach Golden holler at them like he always do.
Yeah.
That's not nothing that nobody's concerned about right now. As long as they got there and play their game.
Yeah, you know you're in trouble when the coach gets off the bench.
Dennis Drury with the ball. Over to Springfield. Over to Blocker. Back to Springfield. Carver's looks like they're in a 2-3 defense. They're trying to get the ball in the Brackens, but not having much success. Springfield takes the 3 attempt from the corner, and he makes it. Great shot by Springfield.
Unbelievable, dropping in the tray from the baseline.
Springfield is trying to pick up where he left off their last game. He had 27 points. So I think he's hit 3 3-pointers so far tonight. Get your hands up on defense. He drives in the lane, he misses. Carver with the offensive board. Dothan blocks the shot. That block was by Brackens, and there's a foul on the play. Let's see who the foul is on. Foul is on number 33. That's Dennis Drury.
Yeah, but good hustling by Carver there. They're not getting those shots to drop for him. It's because of some good defense down there by Dothan, but Carver's having a little problem getting the balls to drop from the inside the paint down there.
Well, Carver banged the boards. They kept going after it, and they wound up getting fouled. So that's what you have to do. You have to bang the boards and keep at it, and sooner or later you'll get it to drop for you.
Yeah. But if you're Dothan, you don't want that to happen. You don't want them getting the rhythm where it's starting to drop for them. So keep that pressure up down there.
That was number 44 at the line for Carver. Benton, he made 1 of 2 shots from the foul line. Blocker with it over to Drury. Passes over to Adrian Farmer. Farmer takes a three-point attempt, misses, and Carver with the rebound. Number 52 takes it down, and he makes it.
And just a weak effort to try to stop that shot. I say no easy baskets. Get him a hard foul. Let's get the slapping on his hand right there.
That was Boise Nelson for Carver with the basket. Dothan's got to be more careful in their shot selection, making sure someone's under to get the rebound when they do miss. In the Farmer, he goes up, shoots, and they call traveling. Okay, that's traveling call. I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't know if it's going to be traveling or if it was going to be an offensive. It looked like he may have had both feet planted, but, you know, you rebound from it.
1 minute left here in the first half, and Dothan has a 33-25 lead over the Carver Wolverines of Montgomery. Carver will be inbounding the ball. They bring it across midcourt. And a foul is called on number 21. Adrian Farmer was called for the foul. So Carver takes the ball out. Number 30 takes a three-point attempt, and it's good. That's number 30 for Carver, and that is Roderick Murrayson.
Yeah, trying to close the gap, and they are certainly whittling on that lead here. We got 39 seconds left. We go into the half. And just a careless mistake right there, letting that one go. And you...
That was a great defensive effort and a good rebound.
But you got to pull that ball down. You get your hand on the ball, you got to pull it down.
Dothan lost the handle on it again. Kick ball. And the possession errors in the favor of Carver. 7.8 seconds, Dothan with a 33-30 lead. They had an 11-point lead just a couple minutes ago, Brandon. They look a little rattled right now, so they need to regain that composure.
I got to agree with Willie. They're not playing the normal Dothan game that they were. You see kind of streaks and spurts of it, of normal kind of Dothan Tiger ball, but kind of slacking a little bit in the DNR there, but that's okay.
They just got to settle down and take the time. Don't try to rush your shots. Don't try to rush your passes, and just take your time getting the ball down court. And I think that time they got a little anxious and tried to move the ball and lost the handle on it and turned it over to Carver.
Right now, it looks like Dothan High is trying to pick up their defense, but they off and on their defense. They like to slow the ball down, take control of the ball, and start taking control of the game. Yeah,
a lot more court awareness. And again, like we were saying, kind of realizing that Carver's playing that real aggressive offense and that real aggressive defense, and you got to adjust to it.
Okay, it's 9.8 seconds. I think they had to make an adjustment on the clock. Dothan with a slight 33-30 lead. We need to go into halftime with the lead, so we need to keep them from scoring here. I'd like to see Adrian Farmer make a big defensive play. He's known to make big defensive plays, and I think he can do it. Three-point attempt, and it's no good. So Dothan goes into halftime with a 33-30 lead.
33-30 lead, got the lead, but wow, they really let that one dwindle down. They were probably up by at least, 10 or 12 points there. But again, I think some of the problem of that is not adjusting to that aggressive defensive style that Carver's playing right now. But sometimes it takes that when you got two really powerful teams kind of battling each other out, kind of adjusting and making the adjustments what you need to do to counter each other.
Yeah, Carver played high-pressure defense, and they forced Dothan into a lot of turnovers. And so what Dothan's got to do come out the second half is just kind of settle down and don't let Carver force them into turnovers. And I think so far Dothan is hung in there with them. And you know, like the score is like Dothan has a 3-point lead, and if they can keep up the intensity, they got to take control of the game going into the second half in order to win this one.
Yeah, I think despite of what we're talking about, maybe the not as intense defense as we'd like to see, I still think Dothan is making them play their game. They're the ones with the lead right now, and I like it.
Okay, Dothan with the lead at halftime. Dothan 33 and Carver Wolverines of Montgomery 30. It's halftime. It's halftime right here. I don't hear it, Stephen. Check, check, check. Is it on now? Okay, it's halftime at the game between Dothan and Carver. Dothan's leading 33-30. And I have a special guest here with me halftime, Reverend Paul Holman from the Greater Beulah Missionary Baptist Church in Dothan. How you doing, Reverend Holman?
Fine, man. How are you?
Good, good, good. The reason we have you tonight is because you've been a big supporter of the Dothan Tigers. You want to tell us about it?
Exactly. We love the Dothan Tigers. We love their spirit. We love their attitude, and they're just winners this year. We thank God for Sister Regina Fincher, who is the mother of the team, I call her, and we just wanted to come out and give them all the support that we could.
Now, your congregation raised some money for this team to help them with warm-ups and uniforms. How much did y'all donate to them?
Exactly. We raised over $1,000 for warm-up and uniforms in order that they can come out and look good on the outside. We know they're already looking good on the inside.
Well, that's wonderful. I think that was a great thing for Greater Beulah to do that, and for them to raise that kind of money and give to the team. Now, what do you think about the game so far?
I think the game is excellent. It's good that we're raising our level of competition. Carver from Montgomery, but we're hanging in there. We're winning at halftime. We're going to bring the victory home.
Yeah, well, Carver's ranked number 2 in the state of Alabama, and Dothan High is number 8, so we're a little behind them, but I think we can take them.
We're going to bring it on. We're going to move from 8 to number 1. We're going to beat Carver tonight and let everybody know that Dothan ought to be ranked number 2 and number 1.
Now, Reverend Holman, y'all are doing a lot of things over in your neighborhood of your church. Y'all are doing some construction. You want to tell us what y'all have going on there?
Right. We just built a Christian Life Center. Now we're building a worshiping center. We're focused on putting God first. We're really concerned about our young people, giving them something to say yes to. We're going to tell them to say no to the streets. We've got to give them something to say yes to. All of our ministries are geared around them.
Well, that's great. That's great. We appreciate what you do in the community, and we appreciate the support Greater Beulah has given the Dothan High Tigers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're at halftime here at the Dothan High, at the John Davis Stem at Dothan High School, and last Saturday night the Dothan High PTO sponsored an alumni basketball game, and it was a big hit. We had a lot of players. Myself, I got out there and gave it an attempt. I was the oldest one out there, but hey, I went for it. But it was a good game, and it was a fundraiser for Dothan High, and we want to recognize some of the contributors, some of the sponsors of the game, people who gave their time and money to make that game possible to support the basketball program here at Dothan High. And like we just interviewed Dr. Paul Holman from the Greater Beulah Missionary Baptist Church, and his church donated over $1,000 to the basketball program here at Dothan High School, and I think that's really great. One other contributors are Dr. Willie Kirkland of New Orleans, Louisiana, myself, Mitt Kirkland, Tony Donaldson of the Hip Hop Shop, WKMX FM Radio, Gary Kirkland, Lee Nails in Wiregrass Commons Mall, Henry Callings from Outlet Rental Car Sales, JCP Jewelers in Porter Square, Alex Thomas of Montgomery, Alabama, and Rite Aid Pharmacy next to Dothan High School. I'm going to read off some of the participants in that alumni game. There were 2 teams, the black team and the red team. For the black team, we had who was coached by Coach Fleming, who's the girls' coach here at Dothan High, Keisha Critton, Anthony Thomas, Tanaski Fleming, Carla Kuntz, Darrell Galloway, John Tillman, James King, Daya Edwards, Sammy Walker, Nate Underwood, and Nate was injured during the game, and I'd like to wish him speedy recovery. He was out giving his best effort, and he was injured in the game, but he gave it all he had to give, and we wish Nate a very speedy recovery. Also playing in the game was for the red team was Tony Donaldson, myself, Mitt Kirkland, Kim Critton, John Edwards, Jack Smiley, Marcus Henry, Franklin Jones II, Charles Corbett, Audrey Campbell, and Carl Mitchell. So it was a fun game. The black team beat the red team, but hey, we gave it a good shot. So we're at halftime at the Dothan High School gym, where Dothan has a slight lead over the Carver Wolverines by a score of 33-30. We'll be back. Okay, we're getting ready to start the second half. Dothan with the 33-30 lead, and we have my main man Willie Jackson's going to give us the rundown on the scoring leaders.
Right now, we're back in the third quarter. Here's Dothan High winning 33, Gas 30. We have Chris Springfield with 14 points, leading it right now. Adrian Former coming behind with 10, and Larry Brackens with 9. And the score is 33-30.
Okay, thanks for those stats. Carver, and a great block by David Walker. So Dothan gets the ball. Adrian Former with the ball over to Dennis Drury. So Dothan's going to try to come out. They came out with a very good defensive series there.
That's what they need to do now. Slow the ball down, move it around. Don't force shots. Just come take it easy.
Oh, he caught Farmer not looking that time. And Dothan turned the ball over there. Great block by Brackens. Oh, man, was that a great block?
Brackens with an awesome block.
And they called a foul. I cannot believe that.
That was nasty. I did not stutter.
That was nothing but ball. Come on. I don't like to give the referees a hard time, but sometimes I disagree with that call.
Sometimes it's hard, yeah. You got to give the referees prop. It's a tough job to do it down there. And every call seems like a darn if you do, darn if you don't. But it seemed pretty clean, man. It seemed like nothing but skin and leather on that.
I didn't see anybody on that. He didn't touch him with the body. The only thing he touched was the ball against the backboard.
Yeah, I think he hit it so hard the referees figured there has got to be a foul in there.
Well, we'll have to live with that one. That was foul on number 44, Larry Brackens. That was a foul on 33.
It was Dennis Drury with the foul, not the Larry Brackens.
Okay, well.
Okay.
I still didn't see that foul. Okay.
Well, more importantly, regardless of the foul, what you do is you set a precedence when you slam a ball that hard with a blocked shot. You intimidate the other players.
Okay, Dennis Drury with the ball. Carver still playing high-pressure defense, and I think you'll see them playing that the rest of the game. They are after every ball and every shot. Nice drive by Dennis Drury.
Beautiful running floater at the baseline down there. Beautiful adjustment on that shot.
Carver with the ball, takes a three, and Adrian Farmer comes down with the rebound. Drury brings it across half court. Dothan with a 35-31 lead here early in the third quarter. Springfield from the corner, he sets, he shoots.
Oh,
and
no!
And it's good. So Springfield has come out in the second half like he started the first half.
Yeah, they got to put a man or a fire extinguisher on him because that is ridiculous. He is hitting every one of those threes.
Great defense by Dothan. They steal the ball. Dennis Drury with it over to Springfield.
Yeah, I think Chris wants it again. He's feeling it.
David Blocker takes a three-point attempt, and it goes in and out, but Formal on the board, and they call a foul. Okay.
Not really sure. I guess, what was that, off? I really didn't see the foul. I'm trying to justify what it was.
Yeah, I guess we don't need to be too critical of it. Yeah, I know. Well, like I said, we have the right to disagree with the officiating. But Dothan has a 38-31 lead, so they've come out this second half and scored 5 points. And Carver takes a shot, and he gets the roll.
Springfield lighting it up from downtown. Can they stop him or what?
That's going to be tough to do. I mean, when you're feeling it right there from those perimeter shots, it doesn't matter how many hands in the face you've got.
He passes over to Bracken, takes it in for a nice inside
And
move.
that's what I like to see. I like to see where you have to have Carver guessing. Are they supposed to rotate to the perimeter shots, or are they supposed to double team and triple Larry Brackens down low? I like that.
Great defensive effort by
great heads-up defense.
I told you, he will make a big defensive play before this game is over. Nice move by Blocker, but he couldn't get it to connect. Brackens is back on defense. Springfield falls back on defense. And He misses the shot. David Blocker with the rebound over to Adrian Foreman.
Oh,
Springfield squares up for a three, and he misses.
Yeah, it was a nice fast break, though. And that was a nice court awareness, seeing Chris out there spotted up for that three. That was just a nice pass.
Carver with the ball. He passes it in to number 54. He takes a shot from the foul line, and he makes it.
Yeah, they're starting to get those shots in the paint to drop for him.
That was Alonzo Huffman with the basket for the Wolverines. Dothan's passing the ball around the perimeter into number 21, Adrian Foreman. Into Brockins, he goes up.
Yeah, that's
and a big power move for the basket.
That's what I like to see. Pounded on the inside.
That's the way to move the ball around by Dothan Tigers. I told you they're going to come out playing the second half better than they did the first half. They just needed to rest up a little.
Yeah,
That's a good, yeah.
Dothan's come out this second half playing with more intensity than they finished up the first half. And that was a nice move by number 44 for Carver with the basket. 37-42, Dothan with the slight lead. 3:47 left here in the third quarter.
Nice little shake and bake moves there by Chris Springfield. I'm telling you, Mitt, he got my video.
Nice quick move, and Dothan's banging the balls, but they couldn't get it to fall. But it was an outstanding effort.
Yeah, just a great effort there on the inside by Dothan.
And a nice reverse layup by Carver. So Carver's cut the lead down to 42-39.
Yeah, Carver's still hanging in there. They're not going anywhere.
I think they need to call a timeout to slow things down a little.
Yeah, Carver's brought it. You can hear the Carver fans. They brought a busload down here, and they're making some noise over there. Blocker with the three-pointer tip, and he misses. Carver with the rebound. They drive it down 2-on-1, and that should be an offensive foul.
Yeah, that should be a charge. Yeah, you know, from here it looked like he had his feet planted on that, but
it goes the way the officials call it.
Sometimes it just goes like that, yeah.
Yeah, so Carver will be at the line. That's number 20 for Carver. That'll be Darius Muse at the foul line. He'll be shooting two.
I think that was a good effort by Adrian Foreman standing there trying to take the charge, but just the call just didn't go his way.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do. I mean, it's tough when you see these kids, you know, weighing in at 180, 200 pounds coming at you full speed right there, but that's just good heads-up D, and that's good team play is what it is.
Okay, Jonathan Mathis comes in the game for Dothan. He's the first sub so far tonight. Dothan with the 42-40 lead. Now it's a 42-41. Carver has cut that lead. Dothan had run off a 7-point lead, and Carver's cut that lead down to 1 point.
Yeah, Darius Muse there for Carver with kind of an unusual free throws. He kind of spots up to the extreme left on the line there, making it work for him though.
Dothan almost made a turnover. That was a good effort by Carver. That was number 33 for Carver, Montrell Jackson, but the ball was out of bounds on Carver.
Yeah, it's like we said, Mitt, you know, Dothan has got to make the adjustment because Carver is playing extremely aggressive defense.
Barkin passes over to Springfield, over to Mathis. Mathis looks, he passes back to Springfield. Barkin's in the middle. Dothan's trying to get something inside, but Carver's not letting him.
I find this pretty interesting. Now, Carver has kind of switched their D up a little bit. Now they brought a man out. They've been playing deep all game outside the three-point line. Now they're playing a little shallow, collapsing on everything, but now they're starting to send a man out there to the point.
Mathis takes it to the basket, up and in and out, but he gets his rebound, and he's fouled by number 33 for Carver.
That was a good effort by Jonathan Mathis right there to take it to the hole. Good shot by Jonathan Mathis to take it back up, follow his shot, get his rebound, and shoot again, and draw the foul.
Yeah, that's the effort you want to see from Dothan that they've got to do against a team like Carver.
Mathis misses his first one. Let's see if he can make the second one. Dothan holding on to a narrow 42-41 lead. 2:03 left here in the third period.
I think they need to slow the ball a little bit around, pass it around up top. Don't try to force shots, you know what I'm saying? Be patient with the ball. And it all come to you.
He misses both of them, but I think someone was in the lane quick. 54 was in the lane.
Yeah, we've got a lane violation, looks like, on Carver there. He's going to get that one over.
So Mathis will get another attempt, and hopefully he'll make this one. And he misses, but Carver gets the rebound. Blocker almost had it. Carver with the three-point attempt. He misses. Brockins with the rebound. And down to Springfield.
Great court awareness, just seeing your open man right there.
Break.
Yeah, just a great heads-up play with the outlet pass from Larry Brockins. Looking more like a quarterback than a wide receiver with that one.
Yeah, Brockins set up that whole play by getting the rebound and getting it out to the open man. Springfield down for the layup.
I see they're playing good defense right here. Now what they need to do, they need to pick up their defense for the rest of this third quarter with a minute and 20 seconds left, and just keep up the defense, play man to man.
Carver with the basket, 43-44, Dothan with the lead. Brocken takes it to him, and it's good.
Taking advantage of a blown defense right there, leaving LB all alone. That's a big mistake.
Dothan's got to force a turnover here and get the ball back and get some points so we can take the lead again. We'll have a three-point lead right now. 54 takes a shot. He misses. Oh, he banks it off the basket.
Yeah, high off the glass. Oh, Tim Duncan there.
Wow, the ball looked like it drifted over to the right, but it hit the backboard and went in. Springfield takes a three. He misses, and Carver with the rebound. 45-46 with 34 seconds left here in the block by Brockins. Wow, what a block. Three-point attempt by Carver misses. Carver gets the ball back. Dothan's got to hustle and get the ball. And
yeah, I mean, it's a great block by Brockins there, but you can't fall asleep on D. You got to, you know, the play is still going on.
Right now, Carver's out hustling Dothan on the boards. They are. 14.4 seconds left. Dothan with the 46-45 lead in the ending seconds of the third period.
Sometimes you think, is he even a human being?
Carver will be inbounding the ball. Dothan's got to prevent him from scoring here. They get it into number 54, over to number 10. He passes it, and he loses the handle, and Dothan gets the ball back. Out of bounds, so Carver turns the ball over.
Yeah, the cardinal sin of basketball, you always expect the pass. You've got to know that. You've got to be aware.
Okay, Dothan will be inbounding the ball. And Dothan turns it over, and Carver gets the ball with, and he misses, and Dothan still has the lead at the end of the third quarter. Dothan 46 and Carver 45.
Yeah, you know, Dothan with the 1-point lead there, but if you're Coach Jackson or Carver, you've got to be happy. Your team is playing unbelievably smothering defense on Dothan, and you're hanging in there regardless of these nice shots that Dothan's putting in. So just a nice defensive effort, and if those shots start dropping a little easier for Carver, that's going to be a problem, I think.
Well, Dothan's got to come out this fourth quarter, and they got to really put the heat on Carver. They got to play some good defense and be more careful with the ball. They've turned it over too many times, so they got to handle the ball a lot better than what they've handled it so far.
That's what they need to do. They need to pass the ball around up top. Keep it, don't rush the shot, because right now they're rushing shots. They need to play tight defense.
Yeah, I agree with it. They definitely need to play much better defense, and they need to take the ball inside. So when they take the shot, they have a good chance of being fouled and a good chance of making a shot and getting three-point plays out of it.
Well, you know, Carver's still playing the same aggressive defense they played from the first second when the clock started ticking. So I really don't see a problem with Dothan maybe trying to go back to the basics, what they did in the beginning of the game. Let Chris Springfield be out there on the perimeter, which he's doing, taking the threes. Fortunately, he's going to get some of them to drop for him, but start getting that ball inside to Larry Brockins. Let him start pounding away. As you get in the last period, you can get the other team in foul trouble, and they've been shooting some good free throws for Dothan. So I'd like to see them maybe get back to that same defensive route and offensive route that they were doing earlier.
Okay, it's crunch time, fourth quarter. Carver takes the shot and the lead.
Yeah, they're starting to drop now.
should have got his hands up. He just had his hands down to his side.
And that's the problem. They're going to start dropping now from Carver. They've got so many looks at those.
So Carver has come from a 7-point deficit to take a 1-point lead here early in the fourth quarter. So Dothan's got to take it to him now.
You just can't leave a person wide open on defense, not suspending them to hit the shot.
Dennis Drury with the ball. He's just dribbling it around the perimeter there, looking to try to get someone open. Springfield cut across the back. Over to David Blocker. Blocker with the ball. Carver's playing tight pressure defense.
Yeah, trying to set up some kind of play right there, but you see the man-to-man pressure by Carver and the nice rotations if there's a pick from Dothan.
Over to Drury. They're trying to get it in Bracken and get it in the form. He stops, he shoots, and he's fouled on the play. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, that's good heads-up ball right there. If you got a little bit of an open lane, you go ahead and take it.
That's the way to drive it to the hole by Agent Foreman and draw the foul.
Okay, Foreman will be at the line shooting 2, and we need both of these. So hopefully so far Dothan's been shooting foul shots, making quite a few of them. So we'll see if they can continue that. Good shot.
Score is tied at 47 in the fourth quarter with 6 minutes and 46 seconds.
Okay, if Foreman makes this shot, Dothan will take the lead. And he does. So Dothan with the 1-point lead, 48-47, 6:45 left in the game.
You have to connect on the free throws.
Carver takes an attempt, he misses, but with the rebound. And a foul is called on number 21, Adrian Foreman. So yeah, Carver takes a 1-point lead.
And that's too bad. Dothan was doing what they could down there with kind of a 2-on-1 man box out trying to get that rebound. But Carver getting bailed out there with the foul.
Coming in the game for Dothan is Mathis. Foreman comes out. So Dothan's got to get this game back under control. Number 44 is at the line for Carver, and he makes it. That's Robert Benton with the foul shot. So Carver has a 50-48 lead. This is the biggest lead Carver's had since early in the game.
Well, it's an unusual position for Dothan to be in, to be down in a game. And so this is going to be a really good test for them on how they kind of snap back from that, how they adjust to that.
But I think somebody needs to step up and take charge. So Bracken passes over but Mathis with the rebound, and he's fouled. So Mathis has come in and put in some productive minutes so far in the game.
You need to connect on these two to tie the score at 50.
Okay, we just need to make these foul shots. We need both of these, 48-50. Carver Wolverines with the lead. Dothan trying to catch up. And he makes it. So Mathis makes his first one, and we'll see if he can make his second one to tie the score.
And again, going back to what we say, how crucial free throws can be in a game.
And he makes both of them. So Dothan ties the score. So what Dothan needs now is some aggressive defense and force a turnover.
They need to tighten up on the defense and take care of the ball.
Okay, number 20 for Carver with the ball, that's Muse. It passes over to 54. That's Huffman to 33. Jackson, back to Jackson. He takes a three-point attempt. He misses, and Brackens comes down with the rebound. Passes it over to.
Beautiful pass with Larry Brackens again.
But Dothan couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, got to convert those when you're right under the basket.
That was a good defensive effort by Brackens, but Dothan wasn't able to take advantage of it. Carver with the ball. Scores tied, 50-50, 5:14 left in the fourth quarter. They triple team it, and out to number 33, takes a shot, and it's good. That shot was by Lontrell Jackson to give Carver a 2-point lead. Carver's still putting a lot of pressure on Dothan on defense. Springfield goes out, passes over the blocker, into Brackens. Back out to Springfield. Over the blocker. Into Brackens. Great shot by Brackens.
A great heads-up play there. And what Dothan's doing is they're taking advantage of this double team that Carver's doing. They're taking advantage of it. They're seeing where the double teams happen. They're kicking the ball back out. Just brilliant, brilliant play by Dothan there.
That was a great move by Brackens.
Yeah, and a beautiful step by the big man.
He went under and he did a little flip-flop and went under and made the basket. That was a beautiful shot by Brackens.
Now they need to take care of the ball and tighten up on the defense.
My man, Willie Jackson said, let's take care of the ball and tighten up on defense. And they go for the ball, and Dothan comes up with it, held ball, and Dothan will get possession.
That's the way you get on the floor for the ball right there.
You called it there, buddy. You called it.
That's the hustling you got to see and you love to see. And this crowd likes it too.
Okay, Dothan will be getting the ball, so we've got to take it down and score.
Now that's the way you tighten up on defense. You just need to keep it up throughout the game.
We need to work it down low to Brackens. That was a great move he made the last time, and we need to see if we can get it into him. And if he doesn't make it, draw the foul. Beat him at the foul line. Into Mathis. He's fouled, and he
And the
makes
basket,
it.
and the basket. You gotta love it.
So Mathis gives Dothan the lead 54-52 with the great shot down the middle.
I am speechless. I mean, with sheer force of will getting that one to fall. Just
yes,
a
he had two
beautiful
men on
play.
him, Brandon.
Beautiful
And he makes the
play.
foul shot.
And that's the way to
Three-point
connect
play.
up on the free throw.
And that's firing your teammates up now.
That's Mathis has come off the bench, and he's been a big contributor with a big three-point play. So Dothan's got to tighten up the defense, get in the faces, don't give them an easy shot. And they worked for that when they made it. That was number 33 for Carver with the basket. That was Latrell Jackson. Mathis with the ball. He drives to the basket, get out of the lane, and blocker takes a shot and misses.
He was a little too wide open for that one.
Dothan with the 55-54 lead.
That's the kind of shot you should have drove to the hole.
3:19.
Hard foul right there. Hopefully he's okay.
55-54. Dothan with the 1-point lead. 3:19 left in the game.
Now that's the way to show good sportsmanship on the floor right there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Dothan, Carver will be inbounding the ball. That's number 33, Jackson, taking it out. He breaks open the number 30. He takes the Springfield all in his face, but he was able to make it. So Carver takes a 1-point lead. Brackens with the ball, over to Jury.
Yeah, getting back to basics right there. Getting LB down low and keeping your point man out there for the ball rotation. That's good Dothan play right there.
Yeah, we've got to get the ball in low and try to get something. And either get the basket or make a foul. In LB, over to Mathis.
Exactly. What they're doing is they're taking advantage of that double team on LB, getting the open man, cutting into the basket.
That's the way to play smart offense.
Dothan takes a 57-56 lead. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Carver takes it and they shoot, and it's 58-57. Wow, this game has been a seesaw here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Carver wants to talk about it. I think Coach Jackson is telling them, hey, Dothan's reading what you're doing. They're seeing you double up on LB every time you get down there, and they're getting the open man cutting up for the defense. You're playing good man-to-man, but keep good heads up that you're going to need a man rotating out to an open man if you are going to be double teaming there.
One thing you got to realize here, Brandon, Dothan is playing the number 2 team in the state of Alabama in 6A. So if they're playing them this tough, then, you know, they have a chance. They have a chance. And I think Dothan's going to take it to them in the last minute or so. LB's going to take it in, and they're going to get it. He's going to go in for the slam.
Now they got AJ Former back in the game for David Blocker. So now we're going to see how can work out their defense with the speedy guy back in the game.
Yeah, Former's an excellent defensive player. He's on my all-defensive team. He makes outstanding defensive plays in every game, and I'm hoping that he'll come up with some outstanding defensive play here late in the fourth quarter.
Mitt, I thought I was on your all-defensive team.
Yeah, that's the all-defense bench team.
I got dropped from the roster.
And I want to give kudos to my man Steven here on camera. He's doing a wonderful job covering the action. Jury with the ball. Dothan's behind by 1 point. Springfield with it. We've got to get it in over to Mathis. He drives to the basket. Up and good.
We've seen that before.
Mathis has come off the bench and is playing an outstanding game.
He has got a touch right now that is working for him.
Now we got the offense into the game. Now we got the crowd into the game. Let's see what they can do.
59-58, 1:45 left. Dothan with a 1 point lead. Ball in, Carver. Brackets boxer. Over to Adrian Farmer, and he makes it.
Now that's the way you do it right there. That's how you get into the offensive game. Now they got to call a timeout and talk about it.
I told you Brackett would make a big play. He blocked that shot. Farmer took out. He hit him on the pass and in for the basket.
And Coach Jackson of Carver wants to talk it over.
Now we got a technical foul on the floor on number 30. Let's see what that was about.
Okay, Dothan's taking a 61-58 lead here with a minute and a half left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's a good point, Willie. There was a technical foul on Carver. I didn't see where it was.
After he made the basket, this dude out here threw the ball on the floor and the referee saw it.
Okay.
Okay, Springfield's at the line shooting the second of the tech, and he makes it.
So that's the way to capitalize.
Dothan takes a 4 point lead.
Yeah, I see now why Coach Jackson's wanting to talk to him, tell his team to calm down. You can't get upset. You're the number 2 ranked team. Let's get out there and play ball.
Dothan can run some time off the clock here. They have a 4 point lead with a minute and 25 left.
All right, hold on to the ball. They win and they have to play catch up. We don't need to rush no shots.
Springfield with the ball. And Carver almost stole the ball. Springfield with the back, over to Brackens. And he loses the ball. Okay. 58.7 seconds left in the game. Dothan's leading by 4 and turn the ball over.
Well, it's okay. I mean, at least they're taking time off the ball. They had a chance that they could have taken a kind of an advantage of a man down on Carver to go get a score, but they played it smart. They held on to the ball, killing the clock. Made a mistake by Larry Brackens there, kind of dribbled him. That's okay. You come back from it. You're playing good ball.
I'm looking for a big defensive play here out of Adrian Farmer. He's known to make some big defensive plays.
Well, they're playing real good defense right now. I see they're talking to the coach over here from Carver, trying to get him quiet.
Okay, I think we have an officials timeout. They're discussing a few things here.
Okay, you really have Dothan High crowd to the game right now. Everybody standing up on their feet. They wanted Dothan High to win. This will be a big upset.
Oh, that was a
for the
push
Dothan
off and the
Tigers.
ref missed it. One of the Carver men pushed the Dothan player off and
Holy mackerel, yeah, just an acrobatic layup on that one.
Carver calls timeout. Dothan leading 62-60 with 49.7 seconds left in this game.
This is Dothan need to really hold the ball and don't force no turnovers and take their time with the ball.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. Brackens lost the handle on it. He got a little fancy there and lost the handle on the ball. And we got to stay away from that and just play good, basic, hard-nosed basketball.
Yeah, you're Dothan. You got the lead. You make Carver play your game.
Carver will be inbounding the ball. 62-60, 49.7 seconds left. And Brandon, this game is about like the one we did last week. I'm sweating. I'm tired. It's getting tough out here. I feel like I'm out there in the game. I feel like the sixth man.
Man, we're too old to be doing this now.
I know.
Good grief.
Now we hope Dothan High can really get the upset right here. 62-60, fourth quarter, 49.7 seconds left.
I'll tell you what I'm looking for. Dothan has the ball. Over to Dennis Drury. And he's fouled.
Yeah. And that's what Coach Jackson's telling them down there. that you don't want any easy baskets. Go ahead and have nice contesting there.
That foul was on number 10 for Carver. That's Sam Harris. Dothan, let's see, they will be going to the line. That's Dennis Drewer at the line. Every foul shot counts now, Brendan.
Well, they really need to connect on these free throws right here.
And he misses the first one, so we need the next one because Carver's been hitting those three-pointers, so we can't afford to get behind here and have to try to win it at the buzzer.
Yeah, it's still early. I can't imagine Carver to take a three right off the bat with so much time left on the clock.
And Dennis sinks the second one.
I'm going to look for a penetration on the inside right here, see if they can get a quick two and maybe a foul.
And Adrian Farmer, I told you he'd make a great play before tonight, so it's Springfield.
That's just heads-up play. Heads-up play.
And this is going to be a big upset by the Dothan Tigers.
Three-point attempt by Carver. He misses. Carver gets the rebound up, and it's good. So it's a 65-63 game.
We have a quick timeout by the Carver.
And
the score is
Dothan has the ball.
65-62 with 22.2 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you, I knew Farmer would make a big defensive play tonight.
Yeah, there's no question. He's been on both ends of the board, but especially on the defensive end with good heads-up play, great hands, good court awareness of knowing where the ball is, more importantly, knowing where his teammates are.
Dothan with the 65-62 lead with 22.2 seconds left in this game, and they will get the ball inbound. I tell you, like I was telling you a minute ago, Brandon, I'm going to be worn out after this game. I will be worn completely out.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night's sleep, I think, for everybody here in the gym.
Yeah, we have a good crowd here. We got people standing on the sideline. They're so excited about this game.
Coach going down there for Dothan telling his team, good clock management. Make sure you hold on to that ball. Be aware of where the defensive players for Carver are. Heads up.
We got everybody in the gym on their feet waiting to see what the score going to turn out to be.
So
right now it's 65-22.
If Dothan can hold on to the ball for 22 more seconds, they'll come out with the victory. Farmer with the ball. And he's fouled by number 33 for Carver. That's Montrell Jackson.
Yeah, not surprised to see the foul right off the bat there. Coach Jackson wants to try to conserve as much of the clock as possible.
And it's a 1-1, but the Dothan Tigers, they're in the bonus.
Okay, that Dothan will be shooting 1-1. That's Adrian Farmer at the line. Carver brings in the substitution number 30 for Carver, and that's Roderick Morrison.
Yeah, now what I'm looking for Carver here, if Dothan misses this one, I'm looking for Carver to kind of punch it down right in the paint and make a quick two with maybe trying to get a foul. I don't see him taking a three unless he does sink this one.
Farmer makes the first one. Big basket.
We really need another free throw from Adrian Farmer to put this game away.
I'll tell you, this is 66-62. Dothan with a 4-point lead with 19 seconds. And Adrian Farmer will be going back to the foul line. We'll be going back to the foul line for a second shot after this timeout. So, Brandon, what would you do in this situation?
Well, it's all going to depend on whether he makes his next free throw. You know, you got a deficit of 4 points right now, 19 seconds, still a lot of time left on the clock. I don't know, if he makes this next one, though, you're up by 5. I'm going to say go ahead and go for a quick two right off the bat because you've got to close the gap. Three's not going to do it for you right off the bat anyway. So go for a quick two, try to punch it in, conserve the clock if you can.
I'll tell you what, if Dothan inches out a victory tonight, this gym is going to explode. I'll tell you, the fans are lined up along the sideline. They're all excited. I tell you, they are really into this game.
Yeah, well, I think we are prepared for detonation then.
And that's important to the players to know that you got a good fan base. Your fans are rooting for you, and that's like having a six-man on the court.
And we really need this free throw by Adrian Farmer.
Farmer takes a second attempt, and he misses, and Carver with the rebound. Farmer's putting pressure on him. 13 seconds left, and he's fouled by
and
Mathis.
there was the quick drive to the inside. That's what he wants. But a good heads-up play, actually, by Dothan. You go ahead and foul him now, and you've got one to give, which is a smart move. Take a little time off the clock. What's he did? 12.8 seconds left. Dothan up by 4.
That was a smart foul by Jonathan Mathis to stop the clock.
Yeah, we don't want any foul on the shoot.
Carver was not in a 1-on-1 situation. Hey, going for the 3 that misses, up for the 2 misses.
Yeah.
Carver with the rebound, and he misses. Adrian Farmer with the rebound.
That's going to do it.
And Dothan's going to win. Dothan wins. Dothan upsets the number 2 team in Alabama, the Carver Wolverines. The crowd is going crazy.
They are ballistic. And what a great game.
This is great. This is great. I'm glad to have been a part of it, Brandon.
Unbelievable.
Dothan, the number 8 ranked team in the state of Alabama, pulls an upset over the Carver Wolverines, 66 to 62.
I mean, you've got just a fired up gym here with all these players and fans and schoolmates. I give a good props out to Carver. They played good, hard ball the entire game. But Dothan High just coming out on top with the heads-up defense there in the end.
I tell you what, these guys, they did what it takes to win. They hung in there. They got a lead, and Carver inched back and took a lead late in the 4th quarter. But the Tigers were able to fight back, play good, tough, aggressive defense, and play good offense, and were able to get back into this game and take the lead and pull it out.
Yeah, and what a tough position for Dothan to be back in, actually trailing in a game, being down. What a great test for those kids to show that, hey, we're not going to get down just because we're down, no problem. We can still come back. This is our house.
That's right, and that's the way it should be in your house. And Dothan, I tell you what, I'm real proud of those guys. You know, they played Carver the 2nd game of the year, and Carver won decisively over Dothan. I think they beat them around 20 points or so, but that was a totally different team. This is a different team for the Tigers.
They have really built up the momentum in that game. They're playing real good defense right now. You got 2 dominant players. You got Chris Springfield hitting from the perimeter, and you got Larry Brackens from down low just taking over. Can anybody stop them 2? How would their season turn out?
Well, I'll tell you what, when those 2 guys are at the top of their game, they're hard to beat. And this was a good barometer for Dothan tonight to see how they will be able to compete in the state tournament. You know, that'll be coming up shortly.
Now, that is a great point. What a great test to come in here. Number 2 team, I mean, just heated battle. And I kind of like it the way the score was. I like a tight game like that where it's down to the wire. You don't know what's going to happen. And it's good for a team to play games like that, because if you're constantly blowing out teams by 20 points, 15 points here and there, that's not a true test of what you can do under pressure when the clock's winding down in the 4th.
Well, so far, Dothan hadn't played very many 6A teams, but they played some excellent 4A, 5A, and 3A teams. Just about every team they played have been ranked in the state. So they come in here ranked number 8, and they take on the number two team in the state of Alabama, 6A. That's your largest schools, and they take them. They take them.
If there was a doubt, there shouldn't be now.
The Tigers are for real.
Is there anybody that can stop them right now? How far do you think they'll make it in the playoffs with their defense going less that well?
Well, it's like this. I think Dothan can do it, but they got to play with the same intensity. They got to play with good intensity on defense, and they've got to be decisive on offense and not turn the ball over. Most of the time you turn the ball over, it's because of indecision. So you got to be decisive and know what you're going to do and make the great plays. And I want to tonight, I want to give the Player of the Game award to Jonathan Mathis. Mathis came off the bench. He lit a spark under the Tigers, and he came in, he made some big baskets, and was a really big contributor tonight.
Yeah, spark, I think more like bonfire. He came in under pressure on severe shots and connected on them, got to the free throw line. Just great heads-up play, great cooperation from the entire team making it happen. I'm just really impressed by Dothan's play.
That was a great game, and Brendan, I'll tell you what, the last 2 games we've televised, they have been nail biters.
I need a cushioned seat or something. I got to sit down.
Go Tigers!
All right, we have someone here who's the #1 fan of the Dothan Tigers, Regina Fincher, and you put together the alumni game, and you've been really instrumental in getting the spirit up here at Tiger Gym. So we're glad to have. She's a little shy. She don't want to talk to us, but she was very instrumental in putting the alumni game together, and the Tigers appreciate it and the fans appreciate it.
You know, Mitt, Regina helped me out with my jump shot. It got worse, but I want to thank her at least for trying to make the effort.
Yeah, she'll try.
She tries, and that's all I'm asking, is her trying.
Yeah, so we're going to wrap things up. This may be our last game tonight. This is Dothan's last home game for the season. The tournament will be starting, and we're hoping that we'll be able to bring you some of the tournament games. We're not sure right now, but it has really been a pleasure to be a part of this team.
And go ahead and give a little props here to Willie Jackson for helping us out, getting the scores, keeping up with everything. Of course, we film all the Dothan home games for the football. So, Willie, we're going to be keeping an eye on you out there as football season cranks up.
Yes, number 26 coming out the backfield. 3 touchdowns every game, just for y'all.
Okay, when you make the touchdown, we want you to say this one's for Mitt and Brandon.
I like that.
And you have a brother that plays with the Tigers
yes,
basketball.
Sir. Donald Jackson, number 14 for Dothan High Tigers. He's a real good athlete. He's a very good player, but right, he's just in 10th grade. So he'll be moving up starting next year for the Dothan Tigers.
Well, that's great. That's great. And I think the Tigers will do well the rest of the season. And I tell you what, the fan support so far this season has been wonderful. It has been wonderful. You can see the fans line up along the sidelines, and they were just ending this game. The last minute or so of the game, they was just lined up, and they was just on the sideline cheering them on. So we want to congratulate Coach Jim Golden for another victory tonight. So Dothan moves up to 19-5, and Carver moves to 21-6.
Still a pretty impressive record for Carver. But just a great effort by both teams. Great competition. You'd love to see it at this high school level.
Okay, that's going to about wrap it up for us tonight. And we thank Stephen, our excellent cameraman. He always does an excellent job for us, following the action. And we can't say enough. Thanks, Stephen, for the hard work you do.
Hoo-yah.
Okay, that's going to about wrap it up for Mitt Kirkland.
I'm Brandon Watson.
And I'm Willie Jackson.
And that's going to do it, and we'll see you next time.